today I'm going to do my top 10 Disney World attractions in kind of order from 10th to 1st, so least favourite to most favourite. The ones that I'm really excited to always ride every year and that I always find really fun. This is only Disney World, so we're not taking into consideration Universal and SeaWorld. So at the big number 10, which I can't do because I'm holding the cup, so like imagine that twice, is actually the People Mover. So the People Mover for me is like people watching. At the moment you'll go past all the Tron construction and at points you get to see the castle, and if you hit the time right there'll be like the show going on, which I always think is really fun and really nice. Number 9 for me is Test Track. So Test Track is so much fun, like going, and when you get to your top speed around that belt, and even the inside bits I always find really like fun. So Test Track is my number 9. My number 8, at the moment I've been at a different park every time, is Soarin'. So Soarin' around the world is currently at Disney World and I absolutely love it. Like when you get in the chairs and you go up, and yeah, I find it so much fun, and then you end with the fireworks at Disney, and now they've added the new screen in. I think it's really good, and the queues are way better than they were a couple of years ago when we were going, because they only had the 2 screens, not the 3. My number 7 is my first of the mountains, which is Space Mountain. I just will never forget the very first time that I went to Florida was 2011, many years ago now, and when we got to the car, like they said, oh, 1 and 2, and Rich was like, go in the first one, and I was too scared and I chickened out and I went in the second one, and I laughed the whole way through that ride. Like I was giggling, I just had so much fun, and it just felt like happiness to me, and the sounds and the whooshing you can get and the whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. For me it's very nostalgic, so Space Mountain for that reason will always have a place in my heart. I also like the overlays they do on them. So we went to Halloween in 2018 and that overlay isn't my favourite, but they turned all the lights off and had like crazy music, so it was kind of pitch black even more, so you didn't have a clue where you were going. Number 6, Pirates of the Caribbean. Again, it's like that nostalgic thing. Like for me, the second I can smell the water, so the second you get in the queue at Pirates, you can smell all of the like chlorine, and I absolutely love it. I love everything about it. I love the storytelling. It's one of my favourite rides, and it was one of the few rides that were rides before attractions on Walt Disney property. So Walt Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean was a ride before it was a film. Top tip for you. My next one is the second ride that was a ride before a film or entertainment, and that is the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. It's so scary, it's different every time. You're never going to have the same ride twice. It's always going to be something different. It's programmed to do hundreds of different goes, whether that be shoot you up, drop you down, the stores you fall, everything changes. And again, I just feel like it's one of them attractions that I get butterflies in my tummy, and you hear the screams echo out across the park, and you also get a great view when you're at the top and the doors fling open before the picture takes and you drop. You get a great view, and the weirdest thing for me is half the time I can't tell if I'm going up or if I'm going down. I cannot tell, so crazy. Number 4, Dinosaur. So my first Animal Kingdom attraction, but one of the ones I just find the most fun. You're in the dark, the rover like bats you about, and the like Tyrannosaurus, and they're like, at least he's a vegetarian, although that's not the, I don't know what one that is, but it's just fun. I love the pre-show when he's like, hello there, and yeah, I just think it's so smart. Everything about it is amazing, And again, that has a smell. It's like there's a smell when you get in, like past the video room and you're coming down into the loading bay. There's like a dinosaur smell, and I love it. And again, that just holds a massive nostalgia factor for me. Number 3, the big 3. Mine are very predictable. Haunted Mansion. So I love the Haunted Mansion. My magic band is Haunted Mansion. I just love it. I was about to say like my every, but it isn't. But it's just a great ride. The soundtrack in it, the little lady at the end is like, hurry back, Madame Leota, everything. I love it. The theming throughout the entire queue, the ride, everything. I just absolutely love it. It's one of them rides for me that I could go on 10 times in a row and I wouldn't get bored. I always find different things to look at. It's nice and cool in there, it takes your feet off, so I just love it. Number 2, Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain is one of the rides, again, that just holds such an amazing bank of memories for me. Like, we go on it so many times on every trip. You can have fun pictures. My favourite, like one of my favourite times is when we went with our friends in 2018 and I was in row 1 and the boys were in row 2. So me and my best friend, and then the boys were at the back and in the second row, and this water just came over and it just missed us girls by like, it must have been like inches, and it just, the boys were soaked, and I was actually GoProing it and I caught the water hitting them, and it just brings so many happy memories to me. And there was one year that we went and it was closed, and I would walk over there whenever we were going to Big Thunder Mountain like, oh, I just want to go on Splash Mountain. And for that reason, for the original Magic Kingdom rides, that is the pinnacle for me. And currently, this is obviously 2020, we haven't actually been since they opened Galaxy's Edge. So this is without any Star Wars rides. But my current number 1 is Animal Kingdom Flight of Passage. I love Avatar Land at night when it all lights up. It's beautiful. And in my opinion, until I've done Star Wars, Flight of Passage is the best ride in Florida. So it beats everything. The smells, the sounds, how when you're on your Necron, your bird, Necron? Yeah, it's a Necron. He breathes, so like the thing, like your legs feel like something's breathing against them, like if you're on a horse, and it's amazing. They're feeling some of the colours. I always get a little bit emotional on it because I'm always like, how they came up with that is mind-blowing, and I just love it so much, so much. The land in general was thought up perfectly and adds a great addition to the Animal Kingdom. So they are my top 10. Again, that's just a 5. These are my top 10. And I hope they change. I really want to love Rise of the Resistance so much. And I hear it's incredible. So maybe we'll redo this in the end of the year and see the changes from one to the other. But at the moment they're in. And I can't wait to ride them all again in September. Thank you guys. Speak soon. Bye.